Alrighty, boys and girls, I stopped at the yard, dropped off paperwork, log books, all that fun stuff. Picked up my permits. It's easier to pick them up here than print them at home. Behind schedule from what I wanted, but it's not a big deal. Works out the same in the end anyway. Long story short, I just got to be in Illinois before dark, or rather Indiana toll road before dark. Weather today is just absolutely miserable. I go this way because it's easier to get on the road, especially this time of morning. There's a lot more traffic. Come from a dead stop, make a hard right turn onto that lane right there. It's easier if I go over here, because this goes from, well, basically an interstate with left turns through the median. Not really an interstate. But from there up to the next ramp is considered limited access, so it has your regular on and off ramps, which makes life easier to get on. You just merge onto the highway at speed, or as much speed as you can, as opposed to making a right turn from a dead stop. You can see your ramp set up here. I've gone this way many times with you guys. So far, the weather hasn't been that bad. It's just been snowing and annoying and doesn't do my psyche any good, considering it's late April. Matter of fact, yesterday was Easter and it's still freaking snowing. However, it wasn't sticking on the ground. It's just sticking to the cars and some on the windshield as I drove. So far, it's been an uneventful trip. Lights here. One is for the strobes on the truck, the other is my mirror heater. In case anybody was curious and wondering. morning, today, I just dropped a new video on my FSC Speed Shop channel. Just thought of it because of the G-Wagon that just passed. I just dropped a video of the hail damage on the Mercedes and the Ram truck, 2500 Hemi. It was a lot worse than I thought. Long story short, right before I picked this load up, we got clobbered by our hailstorm. Pretty bad one. Ironically, I was filming to film lightning, and then I had no idea the hail was coming. It literally had no warnings on the phone that I saw or anything. And then I heard this rumble out in the distance, and then I started seeing like big droplets, like tiny cannonballs landing in the pond across from the shop. I hollered at my son, who was working on an enclosed trailer that was hogging up the shop, and we had hail coming. I had no room to get anything up indoors, so we just kind of stood there with the camera going and watched the hail basically trash my vehicles. Funny thing was, Mr. Beefy, the 98 Ram 2nd Gen, that truck did just fine. Directly behind it was mine with the aluminum hood, aluminum roof, aluminum tailgate. And got bent up pretty bad. So this morning, Jen and Matthew are running both vehicles to Bergstrom's. And they're going to have them inspected. And then we start having to deal with the insurance company as far as having both vehicles brought to pre-loss condition. Of course, we're probably going to wind up arguing whether pre-loss condition is panel replacement or fixing the panels that are there. They're probably going to push for PDR, paintless dent repair. Ironically, the appraiser side on the auto body side of Bergstrom's dealership will tell me that that will bring it to pre-loss condition. However, if I then bring the vehicle right over to the used car lot on the same building and say, appraise my vehicle for trade-in, they're going to tell me there's a damage to the vehicle. So that's going to be our problem. Or previous damage repair. That's not pre-loss. So that's going to be a fight with the insurance company, I'm sure. Jen was at work, the car was outside. I was at the shop, the truck was outside, and obviously both vehicles, both of those have full coverage. As for Matt's Dodge, not a scratch, not a dent, but that's all steel. You'll find that video on the FSC Speed Shop channel on YouTube. Link is in the description. For my parents, because this is the first load that I've done since the second load that I took to Texas with my parents' personal belongings in that borrowed trailer. My trailer, the 36-footer, is still being used as the storage unit because my mother's house, they're getting a manufactured home, it's not been delivered yet. The home builder has not. Well, the home builder built the wrong house and delivered it. It took that house back. So now Mom and Dad have to wait another pile of months for their house to be constructed and then delivered, the right one, the one that they actually ordered. Hopefully it was a mix-up in the VIN numbers or serial numbers, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like instead of the custom home that my parents ordered, a factory base model home was built instead. I'm not going to trash the builder yet, but if they don't figure out what they want to do with the money side of things with my parents, I may have to have a conversation with you guys as to who burned an elderly set of parents with building them the wrong house and then not giving them a discount for the 2.5 months. My mother's health has been up and down, but so far as of now, things seem to be improving in the last few days. Looking forward to trying to keep busy, keep this channel as active as possible, keep this truck moving as much as possible, editing video, and finally getting caught up on projects still sitting at the shop that are driving me and other people nuts. The Detroit diesel is out in Pennsylvania for machine shop work. The 12V71 I had, that's been delivered. There's probably a 2 to 3 month lead time on that to get it back from the machine shop. They are that built up and busy. They had a lot of big diesels over there. They had a lot of Caterpillar, Detroit. I wasn't the only V12 sitting on the floor when I toured the facility. They had some big V12 Caterpillars in there too. Man, you want to find a heavy block. Those V12 cats, those are heavy. Stacking up and submerge. It's not that hard. Use your throttle. You're only doing 60. Coach USA thought I was going to drop anchor so he can move over last minute.
To sleep at night, say it ain't fall. You're drifting away.